All right, guys. I don't know who's here yet, but I just needed to get something out there for uh, TikTok. So let's just go live. Let's see who's actually here, um, and what today is going to entail. Should be an interesting day. Should be a really, really good day. Maybe bad day. You don't really know. Um, Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're on TikTok, double tap the screen. It does help out. I need to zoom. I don't want to wear a hat today. My brother's supposed to be cutting my hair, so I can't put any products in it. So, yeah, that. Let's save this. Our subscribers only. Monetization's on. Perfect. How you guys doing on TikTok? Mainly, we're just talking about the crypto market. We're talking about inflation, CPI data, and how this is pretty much a really, really big day for cryptocurrency, as well as, being Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to all of the couples out there and all the people out there, really. Um, so yeah, thank you for following Daddy Cat. I appreciate it. Got 107 people here. If you guys are here and you don't know what you're doing, double tap the screen. We're just getting started right now. So yeah, we got 19 people on YouTube. We have 147 people over on TikTok. So I appreciate you guys for being over here. But yeah, the crypto market is definitely, the way that we're looking at it right now. It all depends on what happens with the CPI data. Um, and that will tell us if we are going to see, more bullish momentum, or continue to see, I guess, bullish momentum that we've seen in the past, or we're going to see this continuation of this fall. But expectations are obviously for that to be lower, but it only matters if we are above or below expectations. Thank you for following. Um, I love NYC. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Also following, I can't see the names. I'm horrible at seeing anything. Um, but yeah, can't see the names. Did Shibarium news come out, or was the leaks not true? So nothing came out yet, from what I understand on Twitter. Yeah, 140. Actually, it's 226 on TikTok right now. So I appreciate you guys on TikTok. Get some glasses. It's not the problem. Like, glasses are not the problem. I think my vision is really, really good. It's just the text is so small and it's gray compared to, the white text. Like, I can see somebody followed, but then I can't see the name of them because it's grayed out. So it's weird. So everybody that's following, thank you for following. I appreciate it. All of the likes, I appreciate that as well. Keep double tapping that screen. We got 55 people over here on YouTube, and 167 people on TikTok. So yeah, I just can't get your live stream start time down. No, it's definitely at different times, and I would like if I notifications went out only on the live streams. On the videos, like, people can stumble upon them, and I'm sure they already do. But I would wish that all of the live stream notifications went out. So Suns and Suns and Milwaukee NBA Finals again. I mean, it's possible, maybe. Um, Bro, I love the Andy something shirt. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a Friends shirt. What do you think about Kudos? So I'm gonna deny this request. Appreciate it though, because I have too many things going on. It's not about just denying a request. It's the fact that I have too many things that are going on right now. Too many streams, too many comments. It's just a lot to deal with. I do appreciate the request there. So when does CPI come out? 8:30 is when it will be released. Let's go through, I guess, some information here. So I have TikTok is worse than any spy balloon. What does that mean? I heard Shibarium is pushed back until May, so it will be out at 5 today. Just kidding. So I keep hearing people keep on saying that Shibarium is pushed back. They're like, "Oh, Shibarium's pushed back. It's not going to happen," and maybe they're just trying to keep expectations at a low so that people don't go, "Oh, it's supposed to be released today," and then people jump off the train because of the fact that Shibarium wasn't released. Oh, Matt, what do you think about Shiba Inu and Shibarium? I love Shiba Inu, and I hope Shibarium has a massive impact to Shiba Inu. So we'll see. Biden is doing some bad. What does that say? Bad opening the door for Trump again. I mean, or he's doing so bad. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not going to make anything about politics. Shibarium was supposed to be released a year ago. I don't. It wasn't supposed to be released a year ago. It was supposed to be third quarter of last year. So it was supposed to be released months ago, from what we understand. And the fact that it's not released and they keep waiting, I think they're just waiting on more bullish momentum. And the fact that they brought it up as like February, like kind of that like cryptic message, the fact that they brought it up then was just kind of them trying to predict that the market would be bullish. And I think that's why people are like, oh, well, it's pushed back because it's not bullish anymore. But it could continue to be bullish. I'm not saying today will be the most bullish day in the world. I hope that we see a lot of bullish momentum. I hope that we see a lot of green today. But you never know, right? We have a lot of expectations going around with CPI data. We have different things that are supposed to be released. And on top of that, it's Valentine's Day. I mean, come on. China watching everything we do on TikTok. I mean, Amazon's watching everything we do. Google's watching everything we do. Obviously, we don't want you don't want other countries to do that as well. But there's just a lot of monitoring what we are doing. Nevertheless, we still use the applications and the browsers and all the stuff. Hey Matt, what up with the Luna T launch on ETH chain? What does this mean for the current holders? I'm not 100% sure exactly all of the details of it, and I don't know if they gave out all the details. I was a part of the live stream for maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I really didn't have a lot of time. But from what I understand, they're supposed to be launching on ETH. And ETH is supposed to be coming up soon, but it's supposed to be a separate token. Not a bridge, because a bridge cost a lot, and then eventually they're going to do a bridge. So I don't know how that affects the current token holders, but if they're doing a launch on the ETH chain, I wouldn't imagine, now I'm not sure, and don't quote me on this, I wouldn't imagine that you would get any type of tokens as you're holding this new, or sorry, the old Luna T. And technically they would all be lumped together eventually, so it would all be one Luna T really. But right now, I think they're trying to launch on the ETH chain as a separate project. So I just want to get some clarity, and I need to talk to them. I haven't had the time to create any messages and talk to them about this, because I want to get a full breakdown. Maybe I should do a live stream or some sort of interview thing with them, but I'm not 100% sure. Because there's just like the live streams where I feel like I would have a lot of time. I would have the time consistently. I don't. Yesterday I had to take Hayden home from daycare, so it came out of nowhere. I had to bring Hayden home from daycare, so when I wanted to record all my videos and then go golf and record some golf videos, I couldn't do that because I had to pick up Hayden from daycare because she threw up twice. And from what I understand, it was just like one of those active throw ups to where she was eating a lot. And they went out to play right afterwards because she's a slow eater. so she takes a while to eat her food. Then they went right outside and she threw up, and then she also threw up when they came inside. Um, and she was normal and all that stuff, but I had to pick her up. So either way, I wasn't able to record the same or record my content that I wanted to record. So hopefully I can do some sort of interview or some sort of have some sort of conversation. Maybe I'll talk to someone verbally. We'll see. But there's definitely some interest there. Obviously, I'm interested. I want to know if people that are holding now are going to be able to receive any of this ETH Luna T, because then what value does that bring to me? So I wanted to make sure, and for other people that are already holding Luna T, what value does that bring to you? So I want to make sure that it brings you value as you are holding this new position, or you're holding this old position as well as maybe the new position. Are you going to make a video how to buy Zelda Inu on Uniswap? Yeah, as soon as things do launch and we get a little bit more information as to what the maybe conversion rate is, what the launch date is, all the different stuff, I will continue to make more content. They're updating me personally, so they're contacting me personally to update me and let me know what's going on, because this is definitely interesting. This is how I would have imagined maybe Luna T to go. It's kind of the way Zelda 2.0 is doing it, where certain holders are also getting Zelda 2, but the problem is that Luna T on Binance Smart Chain is not going away, and you're having Luna T on Binance Smart Chain as well as Luna T over on Ethereum, and they're just living together. So I'm not sure. Always consequences and risks when you get the things for free, like TikTok and Google. Be smart. Heart-shaped box is enough to sway the average Joe to pick dates, buy your positions and hold. I hear you. To decrease the circulating supply drastically with fixed staking for 1 year. We also secure the price because of how low volatility, and prevent huge unstaking and sell-offs. That's true. The best way to destroy a balloon is with a 400K rocket. What are we talking about here? But anyways, let's go ahead and look at what the expectations, I guess, of CPI data are. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. Also, I was watching All American last night, and I want to tweet about other things, not just cryptocurrency as well. But I was watching All American last night. I don't know if anybody watches that show, and I'm spoiling it for people that maybe haven't watched it, so I apologize. But I was upset. It was like Billy Baker was my coach too, man. I don't understand it. Hit me hard. But anyways, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, definitely go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, as well as if you guys want to check out Patreon, feel free to follow me there. And don't forget about maybe some of the links. I don't know if they're there for KuCoin, for Webull, for Crypto.com, if you guys want to sign up for those platforms. But let's go down here. So let's see if we have expectations. So the next CPI report, what's to expect. The next CPI report is giving traders and investors even more. It's actually, I think I had a different article. Oh yeah, here's the expectations. So the current rate of inflation is 6.5% on an annual basis. CPI data expectations. Economists surveyed by Bloomberg predict the price rose by 0.5% on a monthly basis from December's 0.1% monthly increase or on an annual basis. They estimate a 6.2% rise in prices. CPI, meaning CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. Okay. Core CPI is the measure of the change in consumer price excluding energy and food, which are generally the most volatile components of CPI. Economists expect core CPI for January to drop to 5.5% on an annual basis from 5.7% in December. So This is where I bring this up. I don't know if I want to just share this with you guys. You want to take a look at it. Let's go ahead and look at a CPI chart. So I'll put this here. CPI chart. I'll put it in the description if you guys want to check it out for yourself. But the CPI chart is there. So basically, where expectations are is we're looking at the 6.2% there. Previous was 6.5. So we're looking to come in under expectations or at expectations. Anything over expectations will create some negativity within the markets. So obviously, we just want to see that. Now, if we're looking at where's core inflation rate, the last was 5.7. Yeah, so we want to come in at what 5.5 is where expectations are. That's what they had that. Expected core January to drop to 5.5 on an annual basis from December's 5.7. So yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need to happen with inflation. And then we could see cryptocurrency make some moves. It's already positive right now. Things are kind of positive right now, and I hope that it remains this way. I hope that we see a massive push, because Bitcoin down from what 24, I think it was 24,000, 23,000, something like that. Let's look at the last month. 24,000 down to a low of 20,500. So hopefully you can see Bitcoin rise. Obviously, I hope that we can see Ethereum rise as well. Me holding Ethereum, not holding Bitcoin. I wish that we see nothing but positivity. If we stake 90% of the supply for 1 year, everything is Gucci. I don't know if that's how things work. If we stake 90% of the supply, it's going to be difficult to just stake 90% of the supply. The reason why is because, one, rewards would go down drastically. Also, it's hard to have people hold on to something or stake something that's not mandatory to stake it for a year. Like, it's not telling us you're staking it for a year as you hold this. Staking positions is great to have a certain amount that's staked, but know that as you have a lot that's staked, there's a little bit in circulation. And if there is a low amount in circulation, that means that you're also creating your own dilution to the overall project. And nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants an overall dilution to a project, to where you can create that dilution. Every single investor can create that dilution. I'm not a fan of that. I like staking, and I like people holding, showing strength. But especially if we're trying to decrease the supply for like Terra Luna Classic, that would not work. My fetch and AGIX plays are out nicely after a drop, 35 cents yesterday. If you're able to get some AI plays, some good AI plays, I feel like AI still has that hype built around it, so it's not gone. Vault getting ready to drop 2 zeros. I mean, that would be great. Was a $74 million burn yesterday. You're talking about Volt migrating to Polygon, major exchange listing in a couple of days. That's great. That's fantastic. If people are making money in any other play, I'm happy for you guys. I'm not going to say that I'm not. Just because I'm not talking about it doesn't mean that it's not a good play for other people. It's just not my cup of tea, right? I don't like tea either way, but you know what I mean. It's not my investment. And I know what people are going to say. It can be your investment. All you have to do is invest into it. But it's not my investment. Is the ultimate goal for the government agencies, the SEC, retail customers to get rid of the exchanges and eventually only go through banks, institutions to buy their crypto and accumulate it? So I would think so. That's usually the way the government works, is they want you to go through them with everything, especially related to money. So I would imagine they're going to find a way to create, they're trying to get all the information they can, because the government is just, no offense, to anybody that's older, they're all, senior citizens. They all don't understand how, crypto works. And what's crazy is there's a lot of people that are 80 at 80 years old in, Congress, in the Senate, and they're making decisions on cryptocurrency and technology that they don't really understand. And it's no offense to anybody that's older. There's a lot of people that do understand this, that do take pride in understanding this and educating some people that don't understand it, which is amazing. But the point is that if you don't understand it, you shouldn't be making decisions on banning it. And then all of a sudden we come out of nowhere and say the government wants to create their own their own cryptocurrency, their own coin, to just do the same thing that they're doing with the real dollar, right? So with fiat currency, they typically want to loan it out to multiple people. You'll see it's backed by the US dollar, or it'll be backed by whatever they do there. So it'll be the US dollar, and there'll be like money that they can print and create inflation and overall just mess up the country. So they do that, and now they have their own cryptocurrency. They run everything the way they would run it, and then they also offer interest rates of 0.1% while they ban everything else. All lunatic people talking about if to keep up the hopium. So I don't think there's any hopium, right? I think people do hope, right? There's a lot of people that hope that don't know, maybe some detail, but there's a lot of people that know or have seen what has happened before. And the same conversations have come up with plenty of positions. And there are a lot out there that will run. I think Terra Luna Classic will run to a way higher point. It just depends, right? The hopium that you call it comes with if we're going to burn anything for Terra Luna Classic. For Terra Luna Classic, in my opinion, and what I've seen from it, I believe that this can easily get to a level of a penny. But the hopium comes in kind of after that, right? Where it's like, can we burn off a certain amount of the supply? That's where it starts to come in. Gains are going to come, probably more than what you would see with Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other play that's kind of out there. And I think it will be huge, right? You'll see a 10x return, or a 5x return, another 10x return after that. So a total of a 50x return that you would get, up to a penny. And I'm excited for that time period. Are we going to see anything further than that? Are we going to see 500%, 1,000%, anything like that? Maybe. I don't know. MD in the house oozing with positivity. It's never positive. It's never positive. Never at all. Thank you for following whoever has followed. I can't see your names. I'm sorry. I always wear a shirt that has like gray in it, so I can't see anything. But I appreciate you guys being here. Good morning. I just tuned in. What did I miss? I was just talking about CPI data and breaking down what's going to be affected. Sorry. Matt, Jasmy has a deflationary mechanism that will start the fourth quarter of 2023. Businesses have to lock up coins to get access to user data. 35 billion coins to be locked by businesses. If that's what you call deflationary, I don't think that's a deflationary mechanism to it. Now, if they have some sort of mechanism that's going to decrease the coins, not the circulating supply, but the overall supply, is what matters, and that's what makes it deflationary. All you're doing by locking up coins is creating future dilution for the businesses. So the businesses grab those coins, they're worth a certain amount, they hold on to it for a certain period of time, the price goes up, some of those coins are released, they end up selling those coins, dilute it right back down to a lower price. Now, the market cap probably will be higher because the hype is a little bit higher. You'll see a ton that goes into it. But the problem is that you want to create a real deflationary mechanism to it, where you're decreasing the overall supply, not just the circulating supply. But I understand where you're coming from. It will have a short-term effect on it. You just got to be careful with everything. Richie, a $50 super chat. Matt, they need to They need a oversized committee to keep Gensler. He is a loose cannon. Wait, to keep Gensler, he is a loose cannon, has way too much power. That's true. I mean, he can come on here and literally say anything, and it affects the market in such a big way. Yeah. So I'm just trying to, for some reason I might be mixing people up. I'm mixing people up. Why am I mixing people up with like where inflation data comes in and you're talking about Gary Gensler when it's talking about a loose cannon with so much power in kind of trying to collapse the crypto market. Sorry, I'm mixing things up. But yes, he does have way too much power. To where it seems like they're trying to attack every single cryptocurrency. For some reason, I had to pause there. Every single cryptocurrency that provides some sort of an APY, they understand that that APYs are the way to go. People want to be able to gain an extra passive income. Like I want to gain a passive income, and when I see 5% that I can gain, I'll take it. The problem is that with BUSD, they're attacking BUSD and not the projects around it or the companies around it that are offering an APY. They're attacking BUSD and saying that it is unregistered security, which it's not at all. People are buying into the position in order to maybe gain a little bit of profit and hold something that is stable. Like if I want something that's stable, I go right to a stable coin. I'm not looking for my price to adjust. I'm looking to hold a stable coin there. And what is crazy is they're looking at it, or they're saying that people are investing into BUSD in order to gain a profit out of it, right? And the way that they've done this in the past is they've attacked anything that's been able to gain a profit out of it through their staking program. So Kraken obviously had to shut down what they had to shut down. You saw Coinbase that's fighting this. XRP that's constantly fighting it, that's in and out of court, right? So yeah, it's definitely a difficult situation where you need multiple people to, and the crazy thing is that even if you do have those committees like a bigger group that decides on who they're going after or anything, if they all have an agenda, they all decide to do that, right? They want to attack cryptocurrency so that we are putting our money in bank accounts and not with cryptocurrency. So I don't know. I will see how far this goes, but it seems like people are we are forced to pay fines and fees and all this other stuff that they would pay, like $30 million. Kraken had to pay and had to shut down their program. What's going to happen with Coinbase? Are they going to be paying a lot? Are they going to shut down their staking program? I mean, they say it's different, and from the way that they defined it, it is. I don't know. I do appreciate that super chat, though. I really do appreciate that. That's big. So in a half an hour, yes, 8:30 is when we will see some information. 8:30 Eastern. I think we'll have a big spike, but after that, a big drop, which will start a big crash until May or June. Really? So if we see it come at expectations or lower than expectations, I expect it to see a large increase. A cryptocurrency to see a large increase, even in the stock market as well, to see a large increase. But the issue is that you will hit a wall at some point. That doesn't mean that everything will collapse. It doesn't mean that we will see everything completely crash. That's not what that means. What it means is that we will have a resistance at a certain point, and we will pull back a little bit, catch a certain support, and then continue to move up. That's what I am pushing for. Try to be sure before I put it in the chat. I looked at it, say 8:30 Eastern. Yes, it's Eastern. I speak against which I think is not better invest than other coins in the markets actually. Hey Matt, can I buy more SHIB now if I want to add more to my portfolio? I mean, you can buy more SHIB now. Is it a good opportunity to buy more SHIB? understand where I'm holding, right? If you're understanding where I'm holding and where other people are holding and the amount of people that believe in it above this point, um, you'll understand that right now is still a good price point to buy. Now, that all depends on what you want to do with it, right? If you want to see only short-term gains, then maybe this might not be the best time to do it. But if we are going to see some positive information from CPI data, we may see Shiba Inu run a little bit, and that means that you're getting a short-term gain from it. So it really all depends on what you believe CPI data is going to be, where we're going to sit, and then you can go from there. So like obviously, if we look at expectations, expectation is 6.2. If we come back, lower than 6.2 or at 6.2, and core inflation comes at expectations or lower than expectations, then we can see some positivity that's probably going to happen in the markets. So Shiba Inu may end up running just like a lot of other things may end up running. So you make that decision. I'm not going to sit here and make the decision for you. But yeah, guys, if you want to hit the like button, we have 230 people here. I would appreciate if you hit the like button over on YouTube. Hey Matt, what are your thoughts on Musk and Elon? Also thoughts on GPT predictions, Chat GPT. So I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to give you predictions on all of those because obviously we have a lot of comments that come through. But if we talk about Elon, right? I know that people are hype about Elon. There is some more popularity and push and hype built around Elon that I've seen in the past couple of weeks or so. People talking about it a little bit more and everything there. I can tell you that I still don't like the fact that Elon has if you're talking about Dogecoin Mars, has the Methuselah Foundation. I really don't like the fact that you have that dilution set into it, but it does have a lot of potential when it comes to the market cap with popularity. Anything built with popularity can grow to so much more. And that's what I like to say is anytime you see popularity, you can gain a ton out of it, right? There's positions that have built use cases based on the fact that they are popular. Shiba Inu as a whole, they built everything within that ecosystem based off of the popularity that Shiba Inu had on its own, right? Bone, Leash, Shiboshis, the metaverse, all these things that people are a part of that are buying into and they may be gaining money from while we kind of sit here and just hope that Shiba Inu runs. They are gaining so much from it and are able to do that because of the popularity. And Elon kind of is the same way. Now, it's not exactly the same to where we're seeing, billions of dollars that are flowing through it. But you are seeing some progression, some growth within that position. Now, Chat GPT or AI positions, I think AI is going to be kind of where the metaverse was. And the metaverse is still here. It's not dead, in my opinion. I think the metaverse will be stronger than ever when they do create something bigger that you can use with utilize certain positions within those metaverses. But AI will be the same way. How you utilize AI and how you utilize crypto in AI will change. And I think Chat GPT shows, how you can use AI. A lot of people that are using that product to gain something when I don't understand how they're really doing that because the data that's in there or housed in there is old data. I don't know. But it's definitely going to progress from here. So I'm interested. We have 276 people here. We have 93 likes. I feel like we need to get to like 150 likes. That would be amazing. Let's scroll down and see what people are saying here. Do you think DeFi projects like Tonic will have a future with the SEC witch hunt on staking and lending platforms? So individual positions, I do believe that they will have a future, right? Because understand that the US is a market, right, within crypto. Is a small market within crypto, right? We invest into crypto a lot, and I would say it's a lot of money that goes into it. Not as many investors, but a lot of money that goes into it. But it doesn't mean that projects are going to die. It just means that we won't have the ability to invest in there or do the same things that other people are doing. Because to tell you the truth, people will still be allowed to stake elsewhere unless they decide to do the same thing that the US is doing, which most likely they're probably not going to do that. And so I think Tonic will have a future. I'm not a fan of Tonic because of how much is held in the top supply. It's like 76%. So I can't really handle that. But I know you do have the ability to stake it, gain an APY. You do see some dilution with it. But I don't think it's going to completely collapse or fall off the face of the earth. The issue that we're going to have is like all these staking programs that we're gaining, 4, 5, 10, 20% in certain exchanges may end up falling off. But the DeFi wallets, the wallets where we are staking, I don't think there will be a problem there. And depending if it is, maybe US based, maybe they will try to find a way to tax certain cryptocurrencies so that they don't offer certain APYs. But I know for a fact that they're going to keep trying to attack these exchanges because they're offering things that the government doesn't want to offer. Right? If they don't want to offer 5% or 2% or whatever on their positions, they feel like cryptocurrency shouldn't be able to do that either. No SHIB is no way a commodity. Okay. Scroll down. I feel like we're getting a lot of comments. We have 300 people here, and we do have over 100 likes. I don't know how many likes that we actually have. 119. So thank you guys for hitting the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, anybody that's on TikTok, do I hold XRP? I don't, or sorry, not TikTok, Twitch. I do not hold XRP. I do want to buy it for a short-term play because I'm thinking about making some short-term trades. And I probably should make some trades here today as inflation is making some moves. Maybe I'll buy into something and buy like $1,000 of a project and then quickly trade it because of maybe the hype that we will see with it. And if it does come back on me, obviously I'll continue to day trade and swing trade and make some moves there. I haven't day traded with a cryptocurrency in a while, so I feel like there's some sort of rust. I haven't day traded in a while, to tell you the truth. Let's see, Matt. I'm okay with you about popularity, but you don't buy Baby Doge. It's popular. So Baby Doge, right? Anything, no offense to anybody that's holding Baby Doge. I think Baby Doge, people can make money from it and will make money from these projects, right? Don't get me wrong by saying that I'm not a fan of these projects. And the reason why I'm not a fan of these projects is because they're trying to become a meme of something that's popular, right? Baby Doge is the baby form of Doge, right? And I think they're trying to feed off of that name. I want something that's kind of going to live by itself, right? That's not going to feed off of any other name that's there. So when I invest in Shiba Inu, when I invest in Dogecoin, right? Shiba Inu, yes, was feeding off of Doge, but it wasn't feeding off of Doge by the name or trying to be it, right? Or be a baby version of it or a buff version of it or whatever. It's trying to kind of kill that position, right? It's fighting, it's attacking, sort of that position and making sure that it has a better market cap. So they're feeding off their own energy, but they're separate projects that do separate things. Then you have Terra Luna Classic that is completely separate and did its own thing, obviously crashed and came back, and I was able to make a lot of money from it. So you have certain projects that are gaining in popularity, but it's organic growth. It's not feeding off of anybody else's. So I'm not saying that Baby Doge will not be successful. I'm not saying that people will not make money. I think people will make a ton of money from certain positions. It's just, I don't like that. I don't like when you are actually, when people call these meme coins, Shiba Inu a meme coin, but then you go in here and you have a lot of Inus that are here. You literally type in Inu and you have 1.5 billion results. You even have to a point where it's like, don't buy this Inu, zombie Inu, all these Inus that are created. And these are kind of considered, the meme because they're trying to feed off of the popularity, if that makes sense. So that's why I want to see things that are going away from the Inu name. That's why I'm talking about Zelda, because Zelda is moving away from that Inu name and becoming Zelda 2.0, doing something bigger with the hype that they did have. The amount of community that they were able to build is a different story, right? It's not living off of the meme of Inu. It's trying to create something for yourself, which is, goes a long way in my book. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to sit here and get people upset for the fact that I'm not investing in Vault Inu or a Baby Doge. It's not saying that I don't believe you can't make money from it. I think you can. I think people already have, and I think you may have a bright future. I just don't. I'm not a fan of plays that live off of memes. There, I don't care what it is. Right? There's like Sonic Inu and all of that. There's all of these different plays, and just can't. Seems like Hayden's upset upstairs. Bro, you still bullish on Cardano, or are you staking yours? So I have mine over in Coinbase. I have Cardano over in Coinbase. Let me show you guys my assets really quick. Um, so I have my Cardano over on Coinbase here. I think I have like 7,000, and it's technically staked, but it's not really because it's it's like free, it's open. So I have all my Cardano over here. I have 7,118 Cardano, and about $2,500 worth of that Cardano. So it's sitting over here over on Coinbase. It's not staked at the moment, but it is gaining an APY, if that makes sense. So it's like a flexible stake basically with Coinbase. It's gaining 2% APY though, which is probably low compared to other places you can get, but it's a flexible stake, so I'm okay with that. All right, so we got about 15 minutes until CPI data is released, and we will see where we've come in. Now, I'm not going to be able to get it directly live or show you guys what is happening there. I believe one of these is live. I think this is live information. So we'll update as we get different results. So, and also this will give us the breakdown, charting it out. So if you guys want that, you want this chart, the link is actually in the description for this. Also, while you're down there, check out some of the links for like KuCoin and Webull and crypto.com, and you can definitely see there. So if you guys are wondering where we stand, what's the expectation for inflation? 6.2% is the expectation for core inflation. We're also seeing a 5.5% core inflation. So yeah, 5.5% core inflation, which was 5.7% in December. So that's what we're looking for. Thank you guys for following over on TikTok. We got 2,000 likes over on TikTok. I know they can like away, and you can have one person that provides 1,000 likes. But I do appreciate you guys for double tapping the screen. Continue to double tap the screen. It does help out, with growth and all that stuff. A lot of money in cash. I'm looking to do something with that cash, actually make a move. So may end up making a move soon. Let's go over to trade. Let's see how things are moving really quick. I wish I had a better way of looking at a lot of these plays. Because like in the stock market, there's easy ways to understand the gainers. I can understand trending positions. Different things that are at lower levels. Maybe I can possibly get something out of BNB. Yeah, I could possibly get something out of BNB or Cardano. Probably get something out of that. Litecoin's already at more of a higher point. Shiba Inu might be a runner as well. Would Solana really push? I've seen bullish market really affect Solana in a positive way in the long term. I'm looking for a play that I can gain a hell of a lot from in a massive push, right? And I'm trying to find the right play, the right one that will move quite a bit, that has historically moved quite a bit. And maybe that play is BNB. Or actually, no, not Doge. I was going to say, maybe that play is BNB. How Shibarium release go? I don't believe anything released. We didn't get any type of Shibarium information. Jasmy. Do you think Jasmy is going to... Because Jasmy I have as more of a longer term play for me. It's not a a short-term play. I can gain my initial investment back if I wanted to. But Jasmy currently is sitting at 0.006. And I look at it as more of a long-term play in what I am holding, because I have about 50,000, maybe a little bit more, because I do hold some in MetaMask as well. So yeah, AGIX. No, no. I feel like AGIX has run quite a bit. It's seeing 10% increase, and that's already up a decent amount. And I feel like could push more, but it's not a given. When something is up that much, you don't want to invest into it. That's not part of my strategy or something that I can see. But we do need to see something that could run quite a bit. And technically, I can't invest in BNB over on Coinbase anyway, so that's not really going to work. I also can't invest in XRP over on Coinbase, so that's not going to work. And XRP is a good swing tradable position and day tradable position from what I've seen. But things like maybe Algorand. I think Algorand could be a great play. Where's Algorand at? I think Algorand could be a good mover. So in the past, we've seen this move quite a bit. If we look at the monthly look, we've seen this at lows of 21 cents. Seeing it currently at about 24 cents might not be a bad option to see this rise up to about 29 cents, maybe 30 cents or so. So I might end up making a play into Algorand, buying about actually $5,000 worth and seeing a short-term move into Algorand before we see any type of rise. If we see any type of rise, and if we see a fall, that would suck, because then it would decrease the amount that I have. But let's take that risk. Definitely Algo. I was gonna say Algo definitely has a I don't know what. Hopefully, I get it at a certain market value. That would give me about 20,000 algo. Currently, the 20,000 algo is worth about 4,824 dollars. So definitely making a little bit of a move here and a little bit more of a risk play. Anyone looked at the Chinese also give you a like on TikTok? Well, I hope they give me a like. Go ahead, hit that like button. I appreciate it. How's your burn plan coming along for Lunac, bro? I've seen a lot of people that have been positive about it for burning Terra Luna Classic. And I don't know if people are going to do it, right? That's the problem with telling people, hey, you should burn during the first, whenever they're doing their burn in March. If Binance is doing their burn for Terra Luna Classic, we should also do the burn. So I don't know. I really don't. I hope that we see people do it as well, but you never really know. You really don't. So I'm going to keep pushing it, and I'm also going to push it on that day, whatever that day is. And if they decide to do the burn during a weekday, I don't know exactly when they're going to do it. I know it's typically the first. So if they do it, is the first a weekday? Where's my calendar? Calendar. So it is. It's Wednesday. So yeah, we should be able to do that. I'm gonna push it on that day. I'm gonna push it days before, and see if we can do that. Let's look at inflation data. Good luck to everybody in the chat. Love you all. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Investing heavier in GRT lately, it's up. Yeah, I don't like investing in plays that are up a hell of a lot. So probably not going to make that. I'm going to do it. Burn. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to do it as well. So I'm talking about how people should burn 10% of their rewards. It would be great if everybody decided to just take or bite the bullet and burn all of their rewards. So how does anybody feel about that? Because by that time, I think right now, if I go to my Terra Luna Classic staking, I have 152,000. So by that time, I should have maybe closer to 500K that I can burn off. And if everybody can find a way to do the same, that would be amazing. Like I can burn off 10%, which would be 50,000. I could do that. Or, or I can burn off 100%. It's just 1 month of rewards. It doesn't have to be burn them all. Yeah, I think that probably is the best bet, is to burn everything that we have as rewards on that given time. And not saying that everybody has to do it and it's going to be a sustainable thing. It doesn't need to be that way. But to get everybody to burn all of their rewards would be that much more of an impact to everything there. I don't know why people aren't more on board to burn rewards to pump their bags. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, once you see a burn, we've seen burns create so much popularity, so much of a push in Terra Luna Classic. So I feel like it's a given. We should be doing that. Day trading ApeCoin today. You're day trading ApeCoin today. What does ApeCoin look like? What are we doing there? Let me see what ApeCoin. ApeCoin does have a push every now and then, especially in more bullish momentums, more bullish um, time periods, I would say. When the market has more of a bullish momentum, we see ApeCoin push a lot more. So you could be seeing a lot. Are you looking for a certain amount, like a larger gain out of it, or just a smaller gain out of it, like a couple pennies out of it? Because for me, the reason why I am more looking towards like algo and things like that is because the lower like cent move is technically a bigger move for others that are moving like, 30 cents or 40 cents, while Algorand moves maybe 5 cents. That's compared to like 20 or 30 cents or maybe even 50 cents for some other people or some other projects. So yeah, I think I always try and find the best positions to day trade, and ApeCoin is not a bad one. I own 995K Lunic, and I have earned 80K Lunic rewards. I'm willing to burn off 80K. Yeah, there we go. I own 990. So why don't you burn off 75K and get you up to a smooth million? That's there. When Lunic will mint new coins. when will wait? When Lunic will mint new coins? They're not going to mint new coins. I know they will turn the minting feature back on eventually, but right now it's not on. Some people see the rewards as being value at the level they plan to hold till. So that's part of the resistance to burn too. I hear you. I hear you. I understand, because they're like, oh, well, if I get to this level and I have 100 million coins, well, now this is how much I have. But what's crazy is people are being greedy for that to never happen, right? If it does get to those levels, it's because we all came together and understand that we have to lose in order to win. And people will hold on to something knowing that it will be the value of basically a grape, and giving up, increasing what they currently hold and increasing that to a value of a watermelon, right? I don't understand it at all, right? What did they say? 100% of a grape, or 25% of a watermelon is way better than 100% of a grape. Like, I don't understand why people don't see this. Anyways, we got about 3 minutes until this data is released, and we'll be able to get a lot of that stuff here. So I'm going to make sure that we have an update on CPI data there. Again, I don't know if anybody has seen All American, but I am very upset with that last episode that we had. And if anybody has seen it and does watch the show, I know a lot of people have stopped watching the show because maybe it was repetitive for some people. That got me, right? That got me going. I think nothing has made me that upset since like that one episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where he wonders why his dad doesn't love him, like that gets me as well. But I think this episode, I was just like, what in the, it was out of left field. So anyways, CPI data coming out soon. Didn't you do a video on how to burn your rewards? I did a video of going through burning, but I don't think how to burn the rewards. I've gone through the actual burning steps in a video, but I wasn't, the video title wasn't how to burn your rewards or anything. How far can Solana go down today? I'm hoping at least to 18. So I don't know if it will. Right? If we see CPI data come back as more positive, then I really don't think it will. Solana tends to run in bullish situations. So I was very tempted in putting money in Solana, but it also gets impacted very hard in bearish situations. So if it's going to run a hell of a lot, you're going to see, or if it's going to move a hell of a lot, you're either going to see the positive side of that or the negative side of that. And if you see either or, it moves a lot in that direction. So I'm not so sure that it will. I probably would guess that if we're going to see Solana make some moves to any which way, let's look at the last month, we're going to see it push up maybe to 25 to these higher levels. If we can see people are ready for shorting. I think there's a lot of people that are ready for shorting if we come back with lower than expectation. If we do, you'll see me make a move or sell my algo really, really quickly. So the algo that I have here, I invested in about 20,000 of it. It was a little bit more than 20,000, but I would need to take some out at that point. I would need to take that 20,000 out right away as soon as we get the CPI data back. So we will see. We will see. All right, so it is 8:30. We should have a live update to the CPI data. I just don't know what it is. It's probably going to take a little bit to actually get what those numbers are. And then we'll figure that out. And if anybody else knows it, feel free to get it. It's 6.4, so it's higher. $6.4 is the data. Get this. Oh no, that's not a good situation. Came back higher than expected. Come on, let's update this. $6.4. Wow. I'm gonna look for a pump definitely off of this level. Is that good? No, it's not good. Currently 6.2 was the level. It looks like seeing a little bit of a catch here. But yeah, I can't do that. Can't do that. It looks like we may end up seeing the markets get hit hard, and that might not be good. It's dumping. Yeah. Bears. People are ready to short. Yeah, that's not good at all. Trying to see them update it, see where it has come back. It's good for buyers. It will dump then pump. Yeah, we'll see it at certain levels. Whenever it does dump to a lower level, it looks like Algorand's actually making a little bit of a move here. We'll have to find it at certain levels. I have to add some indicators and stuff. But either way, yeah, we're starting to see Algorand make a little bit of a move. It's not really dumping right now. Maybe Algorand's going to go the opposite direction. So in the past hour, we're seeing Bitcoin that's down by 44%. Or sorry, not 44%, 0.44%. That would be ridiculous, 44%. We're seeing Ethereum that's down by 0.28%. But we're not really seeing a massive dump right now. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe the stock market is dumping a little bit more, but we're not seeing the crypto market really dump that much, if anything. Why is this not updating? Maybe it is updating. It's just not giving me the information right away. I gotta. Hey TikTok, I'm gonna have to stop this. So I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. I don't know what that is, but I have to answer the phone call. I just stopped TikTok for that, and I thought it was an important call, and it wasn't. So I'm sorry, TikTok. I apologize. You know, we had a lot of likes, a lot of viewers, and 9 new followers. But maybe I should use my other phone for TikTok. But yeah, it kind of upset me there. So yeah, we're gonna go until about 9 o'clock because my brother's gonna be cutting my hair at 9:30. Probably more towards 11, but you scared me for a second by saying BTC was down by 44%. Yeah, it's not down by 44%. 6.4, not that bad. I mean, it's worse than what we've seen. I mean, it's better than last month, but it's lower, or sorry, it's higher than expected. So we're not really seeing a crash at all. We're seeing some kind of flat movement right now. Which is not horrible. I would say hoping to see something that may be a massive pullback, so that I can make an investment in some of these plays. And I think I still can once I find that massive pullback. So I'm going to set up some indicators and stuff like that to really break all this stuff down because I do want to day trade some plays, but it looks like nothing is really massively affected right now. You know, Bitcoin in the last 24 hours is still up by 76%. You know, in the last hour, sorry, in the last 24 hours is up by 76%. In the last hour is down by 0.25%. So it's not really a bad situation. Someone's reaching out regarding your car's extended warranty. No, that's not it. It's funny though. No, that's not it. I was expecting CPI. What was the expected CPI number? So the expected CPI number was 6.2, and 6.4 came back as the actual number. It didn't. It's not coming up over here, but 6.4 came back as the actual number. Here we go, and 6.2 was expected. But where was core CPI? Where did core CPI come in at? Core inflation rate came back at 6.6, so that's not that bad, especially at a previous of 5.6, especially at 5.7, because 5.5 was the expected number. So maybe that's the reason why core inflation is not really that much of a difference, but it did come back higher than expected, which typically you see more of a crash because of it. Again, we're not seeing any type of horrible movement here. I would expect to see a lot more. But this is good, right? To hold at certain levels is good. It's just not good for me to find a good investment spot, you know? I should have sold my tonic while I had profit. Yeah, it's pretty bad to be honest. it's not uh it's not the best. I would say that anything that comes back lower than expectation is usually not good at all. So I'm surprised the markets are reacting like this. How's the stock market doing? We're seeing Coinbase, it's up by 3% in the pre-market. Let's look at the overall markets. Doesn't look like an overall crash or anything. So it looks like markets are not really affected by it. You're seeing positive movement. This is definitely a kind of a change. Now it's not like crazy movement where everybody's investing into everything, right? But it is something where we're seeing more buys than sells. So the movement is not bad. The fact that it came back higher than expectation was that's what is bad. But not a disaster. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's the worst thing since it's still going down. Yeah, I don't see the markets really going down. I mean, I see positivity in the markets as well as the crypto market. We're seeing plus 1% today. So I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm not seeing that. It's like we all just know it could still always be worse. It can be worse, and it might still get worse. You never know. There may be a delayed reaction to what's happening here. And people are just wondering what's going to happen. Is this bad or is this good? Because even though it came back higher than expected, it's still lower than previous. March will show a rise in inflation. I mean, we're technically seeing we're seeing a drop in inflation, which is a good thing, but a rise from expected. Morning, Matt. Is it horrible or should everyone chill? So I don't think it's horrible. Typically, if it came back higher than previous and higher than expected, that would be a difficult situation. But since it's lower than previous but higher than expected, it's not the worst thing in the world. But it is still, it's like kind of middle of the road, 100% inflation is going down. Both was. What? Jobs report came back way higher than expected. 6.4 makes sense. Not crashing, but Bitcoin and ETH are going down right now. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing Bitcoin down 0.5% at the moment and seeing Ethereum down 0.06%. More Bitcoin than Ethereum. But yeah, we're not seeing a major effect by it yet. And again, it may be a delayed reaction. Oh, wow, you saw a drop from Algorand. Algorand was at 24.3 and now it's at 24 or 23.9. So we saw a little bit of a drop from Algorand. Trying to find a good entry point for this position, but I want to see how the market reacts to what's happening here. Let's take a look at everything then. Let's see. So, see the effect. We're now seeing things that are starting to go down in the last hour. We're seeing Bitcoin that's down by 0.6%, Ethereum that's down by 0.1, BNB that's down by 0.4, Cardano down by 0.8. Let's see, Shiba Inu down by 1%. So there we go, the first 1%. Avalanche down by 0.79%. Let's see, scroll down. Cosmos down by 0.16. Any big percentages right now? Let's check out Algorand to see how much it's actually down. It's down by 1% for Algorand in the last hour. Overall, it's still up on the day, but it's down by about 0.9%. Maybe Shibarium will launch now. No, I think they're looking for more bullish momentum in Shibarium, so I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Not bad news. Market isn't dumping. It's not doing that. What's the way forward? I don't know how to answer that question. Depends what you're investing into. Yay, it's dumping. Yeah, we're seeing some negativity here. We're seeing some things that are falling a little bit, and but nothing major. Nothing real major. The overall bearish reaction, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, we would expect to see, I would love to see more bullish reaction to it. I would love to see things absolutely skyrocket, but we're not seeing that. How far is Tonic down? Tonic. It's not. It's up slightly. In the last hour, I'm not so sure. Or maybe I can check this out. 24 hours. It's not showing me the last hour though. Thought it would somewhere. But in the last 24 hours, it's not down that much volume, or volume is down by 62% though. It's only at $100,000 in volume. That is not good. If you're investing into a project and there's only $100,000 in volume, that's not good, especially if you do have multiple markets that you can trade it on, right? So if you have, I guess they don't have that many, but you're looking at crypto.com and VVS Finance that you can really make that move. So there should be a little bit more of attraction or a little bit more of a move there, but we're not seeing that. $100,000 in volume for that position. You think Shibarium is going to be released today? No, I don't. Uh, point zero, wait, 9 cent drop. 9 cent drop for what? Well, they never actually said Shibarium was going to release today, so probably soon. Shibarium soon. It's going to release soon, guys. We have, I think, 100. We have 188 likes. Help me get to 200 likes. We only need 12 more likes. If you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate it more than you know if you hit that like button. And if you want to subscribe as well, if you're not a subscriber, feel free to do so. We have a lot of content here. Also, we have other channels where we want to focus on some other stuff there as well. Sorry, I went to get a water. Did you answer my question? Probably. Is Shibarium going to be released today? No, I don't believe it's going to be released today. And just a mix of emotions. Wait a few hours until everyone kind of ingests and processes the whole thing. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for to see what does happen with Algo, because I do want to make a quick, short-term trade within the position, but we're not really seeing the most positive information with inflation data. But it's sort of positive but not positive, right? It's just where they expected it to go, it's higher than the expected. But it's lower than previous, which makes it feel still a little bit better, as though inflation still is dropping. It's just not dropping as much as they expected it to drop. Anyone else getting this? Something went wrong with the video. Something went wrong with the video. I don't know what you're talking about. Total crypto market. The total crypto market currently is down to a $1.00 trillion market cap. We're seeing the market, instead of being up by 1%, it's up by 0.5%. So we're seeing a slow decline here of certain positions. But Bitcoin's still around down in the last hour, 0.5%. Ethereum down in the last hour, 0.01%. So we're not seeing, again, much negativity. Do you own Polkadot? I don't own Polkadot. I did for a brief moment, but then I got out of it. I'm always looking to make quick profit here and there. The market has downward pressure the past week. With this being neutral, we will continue dumping. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I still think of it as an all around positive. It's just their expectations were too high. The fact that we came back lower than previous is still decreasing inflation. It's still inflation that's diminishing. So it's not a bad thing. I'm so hype about Zelda 2.0. I forgot about the other investments such as Shib and Luna. Yeah, I am hype about Zelda 2.0 to see how that does pan out. And, also all the things that they're going to, do with launching on other platforms and trying to launch on things like KuCoin and Gate.io, I think will be absolutely massive for a cryptocurrency like that. and to see the continuation of that progression of where they're going from there will be amazing. So I hope that they're able to do a lot more. I know that they're kind of marketing geniuses. I don't know how they do it. I see other cryptocurrencies that struggle with even just getting listed on CoinMarketCap, and the fact that they can do that right away, and they can build something that a lot of people do like to invest into, and you see skyrocket from the beginning and hold its value and have a bunch of different things that you're able to do with staking and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for that. Matthew, what would be the all-time low? What would be the all-time low for what? For the overall crypto market, I believe it's somewhere around 800, not all-time low, but let's say in the past maybe couple of years, we're looking at about an $800 billion market cap, close to it. I would like a chance to grab some Ethereum at 1K. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get that. Ethereum with the merge, it seems like it held at a certain level and has a certain value to it now that it does not drop below that 1K mark. Now, obviously, I would love to get it there as well. I don't want to see any more drops. I just want it to run because I want to see my portfolio thrive. I want to see 100 plus 200K portfolio here, and that's what I want to see for my short-term portfolios. I saw that in the stock market off of a few investments, mainly AMC, that had a total in my invested or a total of $80,000 for my AMC that I held. And I would love if I can get up to that point again, if not higher. Because through that point, I was diamond handing it, and I even bought more at some of these lower levels. And I hope that AMC, and I hope that the community stays strong within that, so that we don't just, live with them shorting the hell out of AMC, because the short interest is still ridiculously high. What value could Jasmy reach, in your opinion? I believe seeing Jasmy at higher levels, such as 75 cents, or even pushing that level of $1, depending on what happens with the whole staking or locking away coins. You're looking at a total of about 50 billion coins. So 50 billion would be a $50 billion market cap, right? Currently, I think you have like 46 billion or something like that, 46, 47 in circulating supply. So yeah, 46.5 or 46.6 billion. So pushing that up to a level of $1 would be about a $46 billion market cap, or total $50 billion market cap. But pushing it to about 75 cents or 70 cents, or hopefully maybe just somewhere around, let's say, a middle of the road, 25 to 50 cents. I would love to see that, and people take some profit at some of those levels while also keeping some in there for the long term, and understanding that it does have a larger future to it. But it really all depends. We've seen this only at the highest market cap that we've seen in Jasmy has been a $1.2 billion market cap. So expecting that, you would basically look at a 4x return from here, or maybe a little bit lower than 4x, around a 3+x return out of that. And yeah, I expect so much more out of it, but it just all depends. It really does. What happens with a bullish market, how many investors you see get into it. We've seen a lot of volume that flows into it, and that's not the end. So I'm excited to see what happens there. All right, so we got about 8 minutes to this live stream. I appreciate all the people that came through here. I mean, this was probably one of the best live streams that we've seen in a while. We had a total or a max viewership, concurrent viewers of 403 viewers. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Everybody that wanted to watch, everybody that listened, everybody that, wanted an opinion. I do appreciate you guys for even being here today. I really wasn't sure if I was planning on going live beforehand, but I knew that it was an inflation day. It was a CPI day, and we needed to get that information out and give my opinion on it, right? Because there's a lot that we need to understand. And CPI really pushes the market either forward or back. Right now, we're seeing it kind of hover in between, which is kind of weird. It's kind of that middle of the road thing where it did come back lower than previous, but then higher than expected. I would love to see both lower than expected and lower than previous. Your kids are going to be pissed? What do you mean? My kids are going to be pissed? My kids are going to be pissed? Got capital gains coming due in 2024. Thinking of putting the amount owed into a new account and buying all vault and not touching it until I need to pay the tax bill. Am I insane? Probably. I would probably put it into something that's more predictable because you don't know what Volt's going to do. And if you lose that money, you still are obligated to pay those taxes because you can only have a certain amount that you're taking out for for losses, like $5,000. So if you're writing off $5,000 for losses, but you gained $100,000, obviously you're still going to have to pay those taxes. And if all of that's gone, I'm not saying that Vault will do that, but you never know. I would probably put it into something that's a little bit more predictable, which you're not really going to find a lot of things that are predictable, but maybe you can find something like a BNB or Ethereum or Bitcoin. I believe BNB will have a lot more value to it. And that's why I hold BNB right now, because I do believe that it's not just a position that you're going to see double or have a 1.5x. I believe it's going to have a lot more than that, especially with the quarterly burns that they have and the overall burn rate that they do have. The true deflationary position, you're going to see a lot more out of that. I'm glad it didn't come back in a crazy higher than what we expected. Yeah, because then we would just see the market completely crash. What's your take on Baby Doge burn portal? I haven't looked into it, so I really don't have a take on it. Gala is going to blow up. Yep, I believe Gala will make a move too. I have some Gala still. What do you think about Shiba today? I mean, I don't know what Shiba's doing, but there's nothing that's going to be released. Hopefully we get some sort of information, but there's nothing that's going to be released here. We're seeing it down by 0.5%, and maybe that's because we know that nothing's coming. So, damn, 232 likes. It came up quickly. Yeah, I would love to continue to have those likes climb. If you guys can hit the like button, we're almost at 250 likes. That's amazing. Again, if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to my other YouTube channels, feel free to do so. But yeah, if you're wondering what inflation data is and what my opinion is on it, I mean, right now it's at 6.4, lower than previous, higher than expected. Also seeing core inflation that's higher than expected, lower than previous. So we're in the same boat either way. There's a lot of asking of opinions. Minna, let's quickly look at some positions. What I want to do is I kind of want to take my live stream and take a lot of the positions that I go over in depth and put them as separate videos. And I'm not so sure what I want to do there, but I do want to do something like that. Currently, it's at about $1. We're seeing all of the supply that is out there. That's good. You also are seeing a decent amount of volume, does have some hype behind it. An $823 million market cap, kind of closing in on that $1 billion market cap. We've seen this at a high of a $1.6 billion market cap. So that's tough. Now, I'm not so sure that the reason we're seeing a higher market cap is because they did just increase the supply or add supply to it, because we are seeing sort of the same price or close to the same price. I mean, it rose from 44 up to $1. So it's not really that big of a price increase, but you are seeing a larger push in the market cap. So not only something that was at 300, but also is at about 800. So I guess it's sort of doubled if you're looking at double in market cap, and you're also looking at a double in price. So it sort of makes sense. I guess they must have had all of that out there to begin with. So that's a good thing. No dilution. You have seen all of the supply that is out there. I just struggle with seeing it probably very close to where the highest point or the highest market cap has been in the past. So unless it has a new market that's available, a reason why it's pushing up to that point, I would say no. Has it been released just recently on Coinbase or something? Because that would give it a reason to push a lot higher than the 1.6 billion-dollar market cap of a high. So you definitely want to look into that there. But it looks like it could have some promise, but it's not something that will give you, in my opinion, shows a 5x return or 10x return. You may be looking at a 30% or 50% or maybe 100% return, at max. But then eventually long term, you could push a lot more. Every coin I have is still green except Shiba. Yeah, so Algorand did push up, and that sucks because I expected it to drop. Um, I did take a like $30 loss on that. Well, technically, no, I only sold 20,000, and I kept some in there, so I technically just invested into more Algorand. But it is pushing up from 23 up to 24, so we're seeing some positive movement out of Algorand. Don't think Binance will list Elon soon. Maybe you're right. Can you please look at MMIT? So I would, but I am going to get out of here. And I can definitely do a breakdown in different areas. If you guys want me to do a more simple breakdown, people have asked me for breakdowns on Patreon, and I have given them that. So if you guys want me to do that, go over there, subscribe to Patreon, ask me questions. And if you have a certain position you want me to look into, I can either create a video about it and put it on there, or I can look into it, type it out, and see what my opinion is, which I've done also in the past. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out some of the links down below if you guys want to sign up for KuCoin, Webull, for crypto.com, any of those, you can definitely use my referral link down there. This was definitely a really good live stream, so I appreciate all the members, all of the moderators that are here as well. Richie, thank you for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it, and all of the likes and everything there. But maybe we'll create a Jasmy, video later today for people that are asking about Jasmy. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.